Hello, and welcome to Stage, Screen, and In Between. I'm Madam Vera. Helen is all tied up today, but I am with the Best Actor award-winning guy, Joseph A. Halsey, and he won for his movie. What was the movie?
Junkie Heaven. It's actually a short.
Junkie Heaven. It's a short, and doesn't he look handsome? You look fantastic.
Oh, well, thank you, Madam Vera. You look lovely yourself. I love the pink, the fedora, everything's gorgeous.
A lot better than you looked in the movie. Well, you know, the subject matter was difficult, but it was a fabulous movie on so many levels. It did deal with a heroin addict and what he goes through, and a deal that the devil wants to make with you, correct?
Correct. Yes, very true. You know, the film is less about being a heroin addict and more about this journey that he's taking, which when I initially signed on with Lee Kalinsky and Steve Sage to do this, that's what sparked my interest about doing this film. It's because it wasn't really necessarily going to show you how we act as junkies and live as junkies. It was this whole supernatural story that this junkie goes through. So for me, that was a lot more appealing than just doing a film about a junkie.
And I wanted to ask you, don't you think that it might be inspirational for someone that does have a drug problem, because it's almost how to redeem yourself and get another chance? Isn't that part of it?
Yeah, the sub-story, the underlying story is about redemption, is about, you know, coming through and getting over this. So yeah, I mean, I think people can relate to this on many ways. It's not just about heroin, but it's also about fighting whatever demons you have. So you can translate the heroin into anything, actually.
True. So then, it was really a lot for you to look like that. It starts out with a pretty graphic scene, and I know that as an actor, you have to have a lot of things in your mind to portray it accurately. So was it a downer? Did you come home at the end of the day and say, wow, I'm bummed out? Or, you know, what were your feelings about that?
Well, for me, I have to thank my NutriBullet, because that helped me get down to 143 pounds.
Well, you look great. You did the NutriBullet. Yeah. It works. What do you put in there? Veggies?
Oh yeah, it was a strict vegan diet, and you know, you had to cut the weight. I didn't feel comfortable not looking the typical heroin junkie type character. But as far as the downers go, you know, yeah, the scenes were intense, but you know, fortunately for me, I was trained that you walk out of that after you're done. Yeah. You know, it's like anything else. When you're done with the moment, move on. Right. And I worked with some amazing people on this film. I know. You worked with Sal Rendino, and it was written by Lee Kalinsky and directed by Steve Sage. Well, the best of luck. You've had so many films lately. Yes. And because you're just so good, and we want to see more of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Enjoy the festival, dear. I will. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Famous. Okay, darling.
So nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
I'm Helen. Actually, today I'm Madam Vera from Stage, Screen, and In Between with Helen.
Okay.
And I'm here
so
with...
How do I address you? As Helen or Madam Vera?
Madam Vera for today.
Madam Vera today.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
I'm here with John Amos at the Long Island International Film Expo, and he's receiving the very well-deserved Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, I just heard you speaking about your charity, and I'm very interested in that. Did you mention it had something to do with teaching children how to sail?
Absolutely. Haley's Comet Foundation, our mission statement is based on knowing that we can take that child who's at risk, put he or she on board our boat, and teach them how to sail, how to become part of an active crew, teach them how to appreciate the importance of preserving the integrity of the oceans, the creatures that live in it. But on a very, very important note, teach that child about the possibilities that exist career-wise in the maritime industry. Because so many young men and women, we live in a coastal state, New Jersey, don't know about jobs that exist in the maritime industry, careers, not just jobs.
Now, how did you get involved with the maritime and the water and the ocean? You sail yourself, then, I would imagine. How did that begin?
Well, as a kid, I used to take my mom to Branchbrook Park in Newark, New Jersey, and rent a rowboat, and it was always my dream to get a boat and sail her around the world. So as I got older and the opportunities presented themselves, I began to work with the Coast Guard. I'm an honorary Master Chief Petty Officer in the Coast Guard and also an honorary Master Chief Petty Officer in the United States Navy. So my sailing experience, while not terribly extensive, I have sailed a 68-foot gaff rig catch down the coast of California to Mexico and beyond. And it's my intentions to get some other young people on board to experience that and to learn about the importance of preserving the integrity of the oceans, learn how to sail.
You seem like you love it so much. It's got to be a toss-up between that and acting. Where do you find the time to do it all?
I got to find time to sail because that's totally enjoyment. Acting is my profession, but sailing is that's my preference.
What would you tell your teenage self if you had to go back? Is there anything at all that you would do differently?
Yeah, I'd say don't think that you're the most important thing on the movie set when you go to a movie. Just realize you're part of an ensemble, work with the crew, work with the rest of your cast, and enjoy yourself, because it's a blessing to be an actor, to be able to tell stories and get paid for it. So how can a kid from Jersey who's worked at the Ford Motor Company in the assembly line, how can he not appreciate the position he's in now, right?
So be a team player. And quickly, before everybody kills me, because we're having a really great conversation here, tell me, what was your first break?
Well, the first break I got, I guess, really was when Hank Stram, the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, told me when I was trying out to play professional football, he said, "You're not a football player. You're a young man that happens to be playing football." But I just saw the team react to this poem that you read them called The Turk, and you got to stay in ovation. These guys are even asking, did I keep you on the team? I can't do that because we've got a quota to meet. But by the same token, I think you've got another calling. So forget about football, concentrate on acting and performing, and I think you'll be all right. So far, so good.
Good advice. Yeah. And the best of luck to you, and my sincere congratulations.
God bless. Thank you so much.
Bless you. Hello and welcome back to the Long Island International Film Expo. I'm here with Randy Edelman, and he scores movies.
Yeah.
And he's receiving a very big award. Is it the Lifetime Achievement Award for music scoring? So tell me some of the projects that you've worked on.
The Last of the Mohegans, The Mask, Dragonheart, My Cousin Vinny, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, my goodness. Now, do you play an instrument, too?
Of course, I play the piano.
You play the piano. Now, let me ask you, what is your procedure? Do you start out, with a tinkling on the piano yourself? Do you look at it visually, or do you work differently with every movie?
It's all really the same. You look at it visually, and hopefully you get inspired.
Yeah, and so then, because music makes a whole movie, because if you turn the music down, you don't know when to get scared.
That's right.
When something good is coming up. I mean, it adds so much, and it can take away so much if you don't do a good job, but I imagine you're doing a very good job.
Well, I try. I try on every film.
What are you working on now? What do you got coming up?
A film called Back in the Day. It's a boxing film.
Please, I just interviewed Willie DeMeo.
Oh, good.
And Paul Bagazy, they're old friends of mine back in the day. Yeah, with Alec Baldwin. Yeah. Oh. And you're going to score that. Oh, aren't they lucky? Boy, Randy. And they're swell guys. Did you go to their 4th of July party?
No. No.
Good thing you didn't. That was a little rough. But do you have a website where somebody can reach you?
RandyEdelman.com.
And everybody on this block is going to see Back in the Day. So you're going to be a neighborhood word.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, how are you? I'm Helen, also known as Madame Vera from the TV show Stage, Screen, and In Between with Helen. And I have with me now Evan Parke, who is in King Kong and a lot of other films. What's your favorite film?
Wow, what's my favorite film that I was in?
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's really hard. I'll tell you, I had a lot of fun doing Django Unchained because you get a chance to watch people like Quentin Tarantino, Leonardo DiCaprio, Christoph Waltz, Samuel Jackson.
Big name actors. Now, do you get intimidated at all when you find out that you're in their company?
No, absolutely not. I'm a strange bird. I think the better the people are, the more driven I am the more my competitive juices come out a lot more with myself. So I don't necessarily get intimidated.
That's what they say. They say the only competition should be yourself. Now, let me ask you, how long ago did you start acting? Is this like in your blood from a young age, or did you start as an adult?
No, I started, basically it was a class I took in, it was a class I took in college, in my senior year of college that kind of got me going. So I would say as an adult, a young adult when I started.
Yeah. So now how hard is it for you to transition from one role to another? I mean, do you prefer to have downtime, or do you like to roll right with the next thing? What do you prefer?
I just prefer to roll right with the next thing. I don't, it's really just playing and pretending. So I don't, I guess I'm not of the school of carrying your role with you past getting things done.
Do you do any stage work?
Oh yeah, I have in the past. I haven't done any in the past. Maybe last time I did it was maybe 3-4 years ago. So yeah.
Do you sing at all?
Well, I can sing, but I don't necessarily do musicals.
You might not advise us to listen to something like that.
Well, I can sing. I've done one musical, and that was enough for me.
It's a lot of work. I know I do them, but they're a lot of fun. Yeah. Is there a website where somebody can find out more about you or keep up with your career?
Well, right now I'm working on my website, but I do have an Instagram called it's Evan the Conqueror. Is my Instagram, Evan the Conqueror, and my Twitter is at Evan D Parke, at Evan D Parke, PARKE.
Thank you so much, and have a great time today.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Emma.
Hi, Jackie. You don't know I have a new TV show called Stage, Screen, and In Between with Helen, but today I'm Madame Vera. I have the fabulous Jackie the Jokeman with me. You're standing on my wire.
Stage.
He's being funny already.
Stage, Screen, and In Between.
Yes, with Helen.
Why do you keep changing your hair? Because guys keep leaving town, don't they?
I'm incognito. So tell me, Jackie,
Yes.
What are you up to now? Because they want you inside. You're very important, and everybody's missing you. What are you doing now?
I'm doing as many interviews as I can because nobody seems to want to talk to me anymore. I have a fantastic show every Monday night at Broadway Comedy Club, 53rd, just west of 8th Avenue. An all-joke show, 8 p.m. every Monday. You come and tell a joke. You get $5 back. You tell 2 jokes, you get $10 back.
Quick joke. Give me a $2.50 worth joke. A half a joke because Corey Diskin is going to kill me.
So, a guy goes for a job interview, and the interviewer says, "What do you think is your biggest fault?" The interviewer says, "What is your biggest fault?" And the guy says, "I think my biggest fault is my honesty." And the interviewer says, "I don't think honesty is a fault." And the guy says, "I don't give a crap what you think."
I love the joke, and I love that guy. I'd like to meet him. Got to come down. We'll see your show. Wonderful to see you, as always. We are going down.
How do you get a fat girl in bed?
Roll her in.
Piece of cake. I'm going home.
Bye, Jackie. Just a picture. We're coming. I know. We're sick people.
Not my fault. What the
We're sick people. Thank you. Jackie. I'm here with these glamorous people, and I'm here at the Long Island International Film Expo with a filmmaker. And your name is?
Hi, my name is Frank Orefice. I'm the co-writer and film producer on Lords of BSV. And this is our director, producer, and my fellow co-writer, Maria Soccor.
Oh, I love female directors. You're so beautiful.
So are you. Look at you. I was looking, I was like, who is this wonderful woman going around? Now I know.
So tell me quickly, because the show just started, what is your movie about?
Okay, it's about Bed-Stuy veterans. They are a group of dancers from Brooklyn, New York. They do a form of dancing called Brookup, which is a fusion of Jamaican and Caribbean dancing. It was developed by Mr. George Adams from the island of Jamaica. He brought it to Brooklyn in the early 90s. The 8 men that the story revolves around accepted this dance and turned it from a dance style into a lifestyle. And here we are after 4 years of filming, and we developed this story. It's tremendous.
So it took 4 years, and you're a co-writer. So how did you come across these people to know to even write something like this?
Well, as a co-writer, I had to meet Frank Orefice, and so we decided to write it together, and I decided to produce and direct it, and it's been really wonderful. I mean, these guys, they resonate. It just shows how art resonates love and family and a sense of belonging and acceptance, and they're really incredible in their community. They really help children, and they want to see children in their community rise. And they do it all through the Brookup culture, so it's really fantastic.
That's wonderful. Now, do you have a website where somebody can find out more or maybe see a trailer about your movie?
Yes, you can go to Vimeo and punch in Lords of BSV, new trailer, extended trailer, and the website is www.lordsofbsv.com. No? Okay. She did the website.
Can you spell it for me, please?
Sure. www.lordsofbsvfilm.com. LORDS of OF BSV, B as in boy, S as in Sam, V as in Victor, film, FILM.com. We got it in.
That's good. We want to get that right. Thank you so much, guys, and enjoy the show.
Thank you. Our pleasure.
Thank you.
Our first presenter, she played Wanda Webb Wallach on ABC's One Life to Live for 20 years. She's a multiple award winner for her theater work at theaters like Living Theater, Chelsea Theater Center, etc. And she is now producing the Short Film Festival at North Shore Towers, and it's in its 3rd year. Please welcome and use your whole hand, Miss Marilyn Chris. Give it up for Marilyn Chris. Yeah. Way to drag it out, Marilyn. Come on. We got a whole show.
Whoa, he's a funny man. I wouldn't have gotten that applause without him, but I liked it anyway. Thank you. This is my first time as a presenter, and at my age, the first time for anything is a phenomenon. So thank you for letting me take this opportunity. Okay, here we go. I have to say what I do.
Here they hold a Finishing Fund grant competition to provide funds to independent filmmakers who have filmed a project on Long Island. To present this year's finishing grant is Ann Stamford, the owner of the beautiful Belmore Movies, Long Island International Film Expo judge. Wow, she's a judge too. Wow. And Finishing Fund grant chair. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Ann Stamford. Where is she? Where's Ann?
Anyway, this year we have 2, and I can't do this without Debbie Regan Location. She donates a good portion of the money that go to these filmmakers. And I'd like to bring up the people that are responsible for Stand Up Guy, and also Nugent from Intention Films. There's 2 of them, and when you come up, say your names and what your film is.
Hello, Lee Kolinsky, Stand Up Guy.
Here you go.
Well, thank you very much. This is Steve Sage.
Goldberg, Stand Up Guy. Dude, come on, dude. On behalf of Intention Films and Media and the Majors Productions, we'd like to thank LIIFE.
Mr. McDowell.
What is it?
Sir, I was wondering, did you happen to catch the professional football contest on television last night?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it was most exhilarating. The Giants of New York took on the Packers of Green Bay. And in the end, the Giants triumphed by kicking an oblong ball made of pigskin to a big H. It was a most ripping victory.
Son, I'm just going to tell you this one time. You want to keep working here. Stay off the drugs.
Go seal up the street.
Hey, you can't talk to me like that.
Oh, no, Carmine?
Sergeant, get this bureaucrat out of Mr. McLean's face, now.
With pleasure, sir.
Major, the mirror in position, sir.
Close up the back, then we go in. Fire only on my order.
Roger that, sir.
Yes, I was wrong about you. You're not such an asshole after all.
No, you were right. I'm just your kind of asshole.
It is my great pleasure and honor to introduce to you the Lifetime Creative Achievement honoree, who I'd be remiss to not say how much I know he's paved the way, especially for a brother like me. And I want to tell him thank you. So, Mr. John Amos.
Thank you all. I thank you all for supporting me through the course of my career. It's been a wonderful ride for me, for a kid from East Orange, New Jersey, who got lucky. I found something I love to do that people enjoyed watching me do, and so far so good. So it's a Lifetime Achievement Award, but my life isn't over, so this might be a little premature. Now, there's no more an integral part in the process of making a film than a strong director. Believe me on that. The person with vision for the story, who deals with every actor and all the concomitant egos that go with that, and crew member in some capacity, shepherding all the artistic talent on their set for the whole, for the good of the play, the movie, whatever the project is. Clips for the best director, please. Congratulations, well deserved.
Thank you so much. Wow. Oh, no problem, sir. John Amos, ladies and gentlemen, please. It's such an honor. John. Okay, thank you.
What about you, Elias?
Thank you. Wow, this is such an incredible honor to be given an award from people who just love film so much, and in a theater that loves film so much, with fellow filmmakers that love film so much. And I love you all so much, so thank you so much. All right, so moving right along, Mark Jacobson is the board member of the Long Island, this is a long one, LIFTF. Okay, that's Long Island Film and Television Foundation, all right, for many years. Winner of the Friend of Foundation Award in 2005, and still pro bono counsel to the LIIFE and the LIFTF. Mark is the founding chairman of the New York State Bar Association, section on entertainment law, and represents many of the film and music companies and professionals in his law practice. Please welcome Mark, y'all. Give it up for Mark Jacobson. There it is.
Hi, everybody. The script says now I'm supposed to say some stuff about Randy Edelman. Randy is an incredibly accomplished film composer and musician. He scored some pictures that you might have seen, like The Mask, The Last of the Mohicans, Dragonheart, old pictures like My Cousin Vinny, Ghostbusters 2. He's written some songs you might have heard, like Weekend in New England by Barry Manilow, and songs for the Carpenters. He's written songs for Bing Crosby, and he also, every 4 years, most of us listen to his music but don't realize that we do, in that he's written the theme for the Olympics that you hear on NBC, as well as most Sundays in the winter we're listening to his theme for the NBC football series. So he's a minor accomplished man, and he also scored a picture that showed here on Tuesday night called Leaves of the Tree.
Hey, this is a great, great pleasure to be here with all of you and see this remarkable work that I've just witnessed in the last hour or so. Want to thank Mark. This is kind of funny because usually people go from the independent film world to the kind of Hollywood studio system, and I've done it the other way around. Now I'm working for nothing. And so, but I'm having a great time, and I want to thank Deborah and everybody at this festival. This means a lot to me, and thank you all.
And his films include King Kong, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and Django Unchained. Currently, he's shooting The Get Down, which will be airing on Netflix in the fall of 2016. Please, ladies and gentlemen, use your whole hands. Put your hands together for Mr. Evan Park, y'all. Yeah.
Gotta lean down too. They say the first story one really learns is to tell and get right is the personal story of home.
So our next presenter is the former head writer for the Howard Stern radio and television show. He's an award-winning comedy. He was in the award-winning comedy documentary, The Aristocrats, and featured, in fact, He Got Beat Up in Fred Carpenter's masterpiece, Send No Flowers. He also just rapped on Deborah Markowitz's film, By Blood, called By Blood. Please welcome the guy I've been trying to chase down for 6 months. Give it up for Mr. Jackie Martling, y'all. Jackie the Jokeman. I can't believe he's here. Let's make a deal right now.
Nice round of applause for Kevin. He's doing a great job. In keeping with tradition, I guess we got to thank his mama. I would like to, first of all, thank the Long Island International Film Expo for my award. I don't know if you can see it. It's going to get me like 2 Celsius later.
And the jury award for documentary goes to the boards of BSV.
Thank you so much. I can't begin to tell you how much this means to us and to BSV. I was a simple girl growing up in Orange, New Jersey. East Orange in the house, 280. And I never saw myself being a filmmaker. I started out as an actress, and then all of a sudden I wanted to tell really great stories that resonate, that raise the human spirit. So for this jury to recognize this and recognize the goodness and how some of the most desolate areas can still have hope, thank you so much. I also want to thank my producers, because without them, I am nothing. I am a basket case. So thank you to the jury. We really appreciate this, and this is for BSV. Thank you. Thank you.